Hello, hello. Well, it's a gorgeous day and we got off work a little bit early. We're not quite back to our full routine yet. I think that's going to start next week, but there's still plenty to be done. So I am going to get out of this fence. I am going to repot my seedlings. So I'll give you an update on what those look like. Just a second. Come hang out. Seedlings I gotta go get, but they are quickly getting big, which is good news. So they need to be repotted so that they continue to grow and thrive and all that good stuff. So that's what we're doing today. So this is our first tray. You can see it a lot better now that it's not under the grow light. And I got another tray over there. But you can see that they're getting pretty big for these little pods that they're in. And so every one of those little seedlings has got to come out and be separated and replanted. You know, Charlie and I talked about not wetting this soil, but I think I'm going to because it is super dry. Windy, as you can tell. Oh my gosh. This part of the country the other night, I was laying on the couch. It was like 8 o'clock, almost in and out of, you know, consciousness. I think it was Monday and we had just had a really long day and like all I wanted to do was just lay down and watch TV for a little bit before we went to bed. And it was 8 o'clock. I was almost asleep and I'm not kidding. I thought somebody's house exploded. I thought something big exploded because our entire house shook. I mean, shook. Like I could feel it shake. And so I jumped up off the couch. Charlie jumped up out of his chair and we ran outside to see what the heck was going on. Looked back toward the back of our yard, like toward the barn, because that's where it sounded like it came from. And we saw nothing. The cows were just hanging out in the pasture. And the only reason that I kind of had a feeling I knew what happened is because last summer, I think it was last summer, we had an earthquake. And I mean, we live in the mountains of North Carolina, so, you know, we don't get a whole lot of earthquakes, but we had one, like I said, and the last time this happened, we were outside. And like, I kept looking up in the sky because I thought that there was a really low flying helicopter or some kind of aircraft. Because again, the whole earth was quaking. So when we didn't see anything, I was like, I wonder if that was an earthquake. And of course, what do we do now to verify things? I popped online and of course, a bunch of people online were like, oh my God, did y'all feel that? So we have some family down in North Georgia and they felt it too. So I don't know how far spread it was. It was supposedly like a 2.7 on the, I think they call that the Richter scale. So I don't know, it was pretty big. And then apparently we had another one at 10 o'clock that night. I was definitely asleep at that point, so there was no chance of me waking up for that one. I'll spare you the hour and a half that it took to repot approximately 90 seedlings. That escalated quickly.
That's a little rough on it right there. That's a little harsh.
Setup.
That tomato there needs stood up.
Since Charlie had already hard and disked the garden, next it was time to till. We don't have a tiller to go behind our tractor quite yet, so this is the method that we use to get the soil just powdery enough so we can plant our plants. We did have some cold weather seeds that we wanted to get in the ground and some plants from the local feed store.
So I can get that tiller through there. From there to there.
And I can do the Brussels sprouts in the same. I'll tell you what I do with the cabbage. We'll start with these, and then here are the plants that we got from the local feed store. These are much bigger than our current seedlings, so we felt like these could go in the ground. And then we will plan on succession planting every couple of weeks so that all of the things don't come in at once. You might notice that I planted the plants and then came back up and took them out of the ground because we realized that I had planted the cabbage plants far too close to one another since they get huge. Well, that's going to about wrap it up for today. Join us next time to see if these seeds come out of the ground and how the rest of the garden's doing as we progress through the season. Thanks for joining.